We have reached the trade deadline here in year 5, and to start out the episode, we've got to show the comparisons between Jalen Duren and Dalen Webb, our two young centers. Duren obviously is the starter, and he is focusing on rebounding, strength, defensive IQ, layups, blocks, and his vertical, which has a lot to do with his athleticism. And Webb has the rebounding and strength, but only blocks and post defense, does not have the vertical or the agility. And Webb is only a 2-star scheme fit as well. Rhodes is as well, but we're going to get him on track these next couple of years. But for Webb, I really just think that we need somebody more athletic, more defensive, and rebounding minded. Even though he is rebounding minded, I think that we need a better player. And I think Clint Capella is one of those guys that matches what we're looking for off the bench. And, you know, we could use an extra veteran or two. Webb is on year 4 of a 4-year rookie deal, so whoever we do trade him to is going to re-sign him and probably start him as well. So most of these offers weren't very good because we're trading away a young player who might not have a lot of room to grow going forward, but is at a pretty decent starting level for most teams, just not ours. But I still think that all these offers besides the one for Capella just aren't good offers. And so Capella, he's got 84 interior defense, 78 block, 90 plus offensive and defensive rebounding. He's got good strength, decent inside scoring, A post defense, A plus rebounding, C plus IQ and athleticism, plus a whole host of badges, way more than what Webb has. So even though he's 33 years old, 10 years older than Webb is, I think trading for Capella, who is on the trade block, makes more sense. But I want to take out Steve Ray because I really think that Otis Mercer, who is a better overall, can get this deal done in place of Steve Ray to keep that defensive player around. So we do make this trade, and Chicago accepts. So they give us their starting center, we give theirs our backup, and it's Dalen Webb, Otis Mercer, in exchange for Clint Capella, a much more defensive, athletic center off the bench for us. And we're going to sign Ryan Rollins to round out the last roster spot. He was one of the only guys that I could even give a good offer to. And for our lineup, we're going to give Capella 20 minutes off the bench, and Duren's going to go down to 28 just because he's been a little bit sluggish and tired the last couple of games. So I want to give him a couple minutes off these next couple of weeks. But Capella is a 3-star system match that is good enough for me off the bench. And regardless of our trade, what other ones are made? We had the most recent trade as we have now advanced through the trade deadline. But after that one for Kuminga, Jalen Smith and Valanciunas were swapped for Marshall and Jericho Sims. Looks like Keldon Johnson was sent to Atlanta in exchange for Bol Bol. And the Bucks sent Mikal Bridges and a first-round pick for Jaden Ivey to Detroit. That is a huge trade for a team that we have failed to overcome this year and last year. But that could be a trade that maybe makes it easier for us to beat them. Who knows? But they lose a lot of defense with Bridges, and they gain some offense with Ivy. But they already have Cade Cunningham and Jason Tatum. Looks like Bruce Brown was traded to the Kings. Ochai Agbaji was traded to the Knicks for Anthony Black. Bones Highland was swapped for Wendell Moore. And those are the major trades. But also, I upped Kuminga's touches from 77 to 83 because I felt like it was too low. And I also revamped his entire priorities in our playbook. So completely just revamped this, and we're going to do very similar stuff as to Mac Boyd. Handoff receiver, mid-range, pure non-roll man, and 3 points. And also, I wanted to briefly touch on a point that someone made in the comments last episode about the scoring and the top 10-ish players of the league. So it's definitely way lower than it needs to be. The number 10 guy, where Tatum is at, should be around 26, 27 points per game. And then the top guy, where Boyd is, should be anywhere from 31 to 35 depending on the season. And the free throw attempt should be around 10, at least 8 for all of these players in the top 10. But it's not anywhere close to that. So we're going to up the reaching foul frequency up to 92 from 88. And we're also going to adjust some of these sim stats. We're going to increase fouls from 25 up to, let's say, 32 for now. And we're also going to adjust foul distribution from 50 to 57. And then we're going to up free throw percentage to 57 as well. So just trying to up those numbers a little bit. We'll also increase the offense, but we're going to lose some defense here as Steve Ray has a high ankle sprain and going to miss the next 1 to 2 weeks as we are approaching the All-Star break. And so we're going to give Mark Augustine all 20 of those minutes off the bench just to see what he can do in these next couple of games. And we simp through our next 4. We win the 2 without Steve Ray and the 2 with Mark Augustine. So great job there. 44-13 at the top of the Eastern Conference, a half game ahead of Toronto. So we're looking pretty good. And in this first game, we took down the Pelicans with some really just well-balanced scoring. 20 plus for your 3 players, Boyd, Kuminga, and Yovi. Good day off the bench for Cole Anthony and Chris Murray, who both shot well, only missed 1 shot each. But Steve Ray was 0 for 8. And Buffkin drops 20, but we come out on top thanks to some great defense and even better offense. Hard to lose playing so well on both sides of the ball. Then we had another blowout win against the Pacers here by 29. A big day for Boyd and Jovanovic and Kuminga. All 3 guys stuff in the stat sheet. Capella and Duren both get double digits and rebounds. We face the Sixers next. Take them down by a very similar amount, 28 points here. And a very similar game. Good days for Boyd and Yovi. And we got good days off the bench for Augustine and Murray and Capella. Jabari Smith drops 21-9. And Beat had 19. But another day where we just shot way better than our opponents. Then we had this game against the Thunder. The second game, I believe, for Augustine. He dropped 6 points off the bench. But we had a lot of guys scoring double figures. 6 players in total. And another just well-rounded, well-balanced win. We are really coming into our own as a full basketball team. Just not having to rely on a one guy to carry us to a win every game. But now we have reached the All-Star break. In the Rising Stars Challenge, Team USA wins it by 11. AC Cole and Anderson dropped 17 each. Oakley had 20. Mingyu Chan goes for 15 points. And Hassan Tembe goes 4 for 5 from the field. But Team World lost that game. We have nobody in the three-point shootout, so we're going to just skip past this one. And then for the dunk contest, we of course have Mac Boyd. So we're going to watch him as a CPU here. Let's dive in and see what happens. There's Mac Boyd, the now second place MVP runner. So he's now behind Kate Cunningham, I believe. But his first dunk is a windmill down the middle. He blows a kiss to the crowd, and here's one replay before the dunk score. Just a simple one to start us out, and he gets only a 30 dunk score out of 50. That is interesting. Next up is Dariq Whitehead, the Duke Blue Devil, and he puts together the worst dunk contest dunk ever for a score of 23. Next up, you got John Morant. Wouldn't be shocked if he wins it. And his dunk was pretty simple. I mean, I think Mac Boyd's was better, to be honest. It's just a simple, like, mini windmill in the air, and he gets 34, which is more than Boyd. I don't agree with that at all. Next up is Anders Wahlgren, the Dallas Maverick, and he puts together a very similar dunk as to John Morant. So now I'm assuming that he's going to get more of a dunk score than Mac Boyd does, even though Boyd was probably a bit more difficult. And he gets a 33. So, Dariq Whitehead is falling behind here by a lot. Boyd's in third, behind Wahlgren by 3, and he's the first guy up in the second round. And he beeps the first dunk. This is not what I thought Boyd would do here in the dunk contest. Where's his dunk package, man? Second try, through the legs, and flush with the left hand. Second look, just a simple through the legs jam. You see this happen on fast breaks every now and then in the NBA. And he gets a dunk score of a very solid 44. Next up's Whitehead, and he tried the same thing, but he beefed it just like Boyd did his first. Gonna go back to the same spot. He's going to try it again, and he does kind of a more lackadaisical half windmill. It's not through the legs or anything, and he'll only gets a 37 score, so he's not going to win it. Ja Morant takes the easiest, lamest dunk ever in a dunk contest in the second round. He's not going to win. He's going to get a really poor dunk score here of 31, which is still somehow better than Boyd's first one, which makes no sense. Walgren next up, and Titus did a fake regular dunk into a through the legs jam. That's gonna surpass Boyd and Ja Morant most certainly, so Boyd's not gonna win. And he just got a perfect 50. I've never seen that. What? Walgren just beat out Boyd for the win by 9. Congratulations, dude, but you have like no time to celebrate. Or we're already moving on to the All-Star game. Boyd, open shot, got it early on in the first quarter. Love seeing that from him. And he finds Tatum into a layup, got it. Booker hands off to Wembanyama for the jam in transition. Then we got Tatum top of the key, deep three, yes. Luka pulls the trigger, that one's on the money. A lot of good players here in the All-Star game, as you would expect. Tatum's wide open and Boyd gets the second assist of the contest. A little back and forth between Luka and Jokic here, and it leads to a Luka score. Then he fades away and splashes that one. It's a 1-point game. Booker, off ball, got it. Then Wembanyama over Şengün, contested shot, it drops. And then to end the first quarter, he nails a first quarter buzzer beater for about 3/4 court. What am I watching here? You'll see his performance. He has one of the greatest All-Star games of all time. Turnover here from SGA. Up ahead to Edwards. He gets past Ball in for a monster jam. The two-handed flush leads to a big lead here, and Miller extends it to 10 for the other team. Giannis off the alley-oop lays it in. Tatum steps into a shot and got it from the elbow. But we're falling behind here. Wembanyama over Jokic. Nobody can stop this guy. Garland shakes off Cunningham, and that one's good. Alley-oop up to Jabari Smith. The feed from Cunningham. It's a beautiful pass. Then from behind the arc, he's got it. Nice shot right there, but Garland fakes him out and finishes the half with a bucket to make it 55-70 at halftime. And Mac Boyd's team is getting shellacked right now. Cade Cunningham knocks it down to start the third quarter. Wembanyama for three. Open look. He was almost perfect in this game. Same spot, on the money. Then he hands off to Holmgren. What a duo. He's got it from the same spot as the last couple attempts. Cunningham, a deep shot over Garland, yes. Wide open three behind the arc for Boyd. That one's on the money. His second bucket of the day. His only bucket of the day besides his first. Wembanyama has it poked out by Boyd when he gets it back and cans a shot despite Tatum right there in his mouth. But a huge size mismatch there as there's on most players, and top of the key, Luka misses it. It's a blowout. I tried to simcast it, but with the All-Star game, it's kind of bugged, and so it just ends right there. So 3/4 of action, and Mac Boyd's team got absolutely blown out. Team Giannis takes it behind 42, 18, and 7 from Wembanyama, 20 for Booker, 16 for Holmgren, 14 for Garland. Yeah, that was an interesting game. 6 points for Boyd, not Board. 2 for 6 from the field. So now, here's our schedule to end the season after the All-Star break, and we don't really have too many games against good teams besides the Grizzlies, Bulls, and both games against the Spurs. So I'm going to instead watch this game against Chicago and watch one of those Spurs games next episode instead. We get Steve Ray back, so he'll check back in place of Augustine, and we win the game just prior to our home game against Chicago. This one also at home against the Wizards. A nice 26-point win for the Neptunes. Looks like we got some good days for Kuminga, Boyd, and Jovanovic. Ray and Anthony perform well off the bench on the offensive end. And Giannis and RJ were the only good players for Washington. So we get the win. But the Bulls are coming off a really bad year, but they were 30 games below 500. And now they are a top 5 Eastern Conference team. And they've won 7 of their last 8 games. They are coming off a loss, but they're still a pretty hot damn team. They're 34-21. We have to play good defense against this team and play good offense too if we're going to win. Now, it is a home game. We are 27-1 at home. But recall that we gave them Dalen Webb to start the episode, and now he is starting there as their top center on the roster. And in his first couple of games in Chicago, he seems to be thriving. 16-12, 20-12, 15 points, 16-6, all in 20 minutes per game. As I think their current starter, he might be starting now going forward, but in 20 minutes of action, he is thriving in their system, which is different from ours. So congrats to them. They also have Milan Mack as their head coach, so that's also a full circle kind of a thing. We are finally back at home in an Atlantic Arena. Virginia Beach is hosting. Feels like it's been quite some time since we've watched a game at home on a showcase game, but we're back in action here in our home whites. We start with the ball. Boyd hands off to Kuminga. He throws it up. Bucket and foul. It goes against Coulibaly. I saw that. We tried to get Kuminga more involved, more touches, better plays to fit where he's taking the most of his shots and where he's best at on the court. And early bucket for him. Love seeing that. Gonna see if we can get our first 20-plus point game for him watching. It is only our 3rd showcase episode with him on the team, so might be a few more, but who knows. But also, they got number 7, Dalen Webb, out there. Remember that we gave him up to Chicago to start the episode. So it's going to be our first time seeing him on a non-Neptunes team. Mac Boyd gets called for a foul here on the other end, and it's free throws for Coulibaly. But going to be very intrigued to see who's going to win that Webb-Duren matchup. Going to be one of the primary stories of this game. Jovanovic gets open off ball, gets beyond Webb and scores. Nice assist there from Mac Boyd. Just to make it known, this is our first game watching with the new adjustments to our coaching emphasis, so might see a bit different defense here, and I did not scheme anybody onto anybody. I did not even put Duren onto Webb, so we're just going full automatic regular coaching. Going to see what we get from Coach Claude Burns and his coaching staff in terms of the defensive adjustments here. And Kuminga just took a terrible shot. Open off ball is Quinn Hilliard, but his jump shot's not going to fall. Luke Dort came in flying to try and get a hand up in there. Dort finds Jovanovic on the cut. Nice feed again. Open 3. It falls for Bilal Coulibaly. Another shot for Jovanovic, and he's off to a great start. 3 for 3. The screen coming top of the key. Nimhard pulls the trigger and knocks it down. Trying to get Boyd open off ball. He is, and he hits the deep triple. Nice answer. Now it's a pass to Webb. He Euro steps to the rim, and Duren just kind of sagged off. And off to Boyd. He's one-on-one with Coulibaly. Another screen for him. The jumper is off the mark, and Webb pulls it down. Crossing the court. Screen from Webb. We switch it. Now we got Duren on Coulibaly and Boyd on Webb. Hilliard stalled in his tracks. Dort playing some good defense, but he still scores, and we're all tied at 12. Just under 18 points a game for Quinn Hilliard, and we hoof it all the way up ahead to Duren. There's an example, man. Webb is just too damn slow. You get Duren to speed up the court, and we can have plays like that every single time we play Chicago. Here's a handoff. Coulibaly stalled by Boyd. Haven't seen Avdia take a shot yet. Webb's gonna Hands it off to Nimhard, and he scores at the rim with the buzzer about to go off. Both teams are off to hot shooting starts still, and we're all tied again. Off-ball movement, Jovanovic in the paint, blocked by Webb, off the backboard. Solid on-ball defense by Boyd here. There's a screen for Coulibaly. Took a second to fire, and that was a mistake because he just waited too long. Let Boyd get back and recover on defense. What do we draw up here? We're going to feed Duran. Trying to backdoor Boyd. He lost his dribble. He's got a pass to Kuminga for the jam. Nice cut right there. Here's a pick. He's rolling. We cover that one well. Good job, Boyd and Jalen Duran. Now they got only 5 on the shot clock. Nimhard. Back to Coulibaly, and Jovi fouled him. And right back to the pick and roll action with somebody else, and this time it worked. They're letting Coulibaly touch the ball a lot here early on, and he is their highest rated player, so it does make sense. Both free throws fall, and it's back to a tie ball game. And they go back to Duran. What do we do now? Hand it off. Kuminga trying to get baseline, but he steps out. Now they're showing the same graphic, but now he's on the Bulls. Relax. Oh, their screen. Coulibaly got the switch to Duran, and he's blocked. Perfect job to cover that one. 5 to go here in the first quarter. Very back and forth game. Both teams having no problem getting to the rim and scoring. As Kuminga does that again. Avdia is having some issues keeping up. We're seeing a much better first quarter from Kuminga than we have in the first 2 games. Timeout, Chicago. We tried to jump the inbound pass. We failed, and that leads to more free throws. Looks like Steve Ray's number has changed mid-season. As Capella, I guess Capella's wearing 9 now. I'm not really sure, but... No, he's wearing 53 because he's now out there. Ray was wearing 9 before the trade. Now he's wearing number 10. I guess... Oh, Ryan Rollins, perhaps? Maybe? Not sure. But he's wearing a different number midway through the season. Pick and roll with Boyd. It was a bad pass, but he still gets to it. Time counting down. Anthony's got to jack it up. And it's off. It's not a good job by him, that possession. Oh, there's screen. Coulibaly fouled again. All this guy does is draw fouls, man. He's drawn all 4. Free throw is good, and the Bulls are in front by 2. Top of the key. Open shot for Murray. He skied it, but Capella cleans it up. He's going to be out there and giving a lot of second chances to us, and he's laid it in despite the contact from Webb. And once again, we're tied. Downfield, blocked by Capella. Way to stick with Hilliard that time. He thought he had a lane, but the new center in town closes up shop down there. Now we're going to get it to him on the other end. Mismatch. Double team comes. Pass out of it. He finds Boyd for the open shot, and it's off. Took way too long to pull the trigger on that one. High ball screen. Ray's going to have to get around it. Took a shot from Webb, but he stays attached. And Hilliard still got it. Ray pulls up. That's a bad shot at Coulibaly on his mouth. Coulibaly attacks. Ray's on him. It's a mismatch. And he scores again. This guy's off to a great start. 13 points of his team's 24. Boyd tries to get downhill, but it's poked out. We have a jump ball between Hilliard and Ray. Right now, Coulibaly's just making plays on both ends. That's what's happening right now. Can Ray win this jump ball and keep it with the Neptunes? The answer is yes. Can we score, though? Time's counting down. Boyd's got to pull the trigger. And he missed again. Hand off to Coulibaly. Open jumper. Online again. Might want to switch somebody else to him right now because Boyd's not doing a good job, and we're getting caught on off-ball screens and everything like that. So we call a timeout down by 7 early on. Yeah, so I'm going to make a defensive adjustment here on off-ball screens. Let's just choose auto, but on the switch rules off-ball, we're going to switch our bigs. This is only for post-to-post off-ball screens, not necessarily. I guess it's for... This is guard-to-guard, this is post-to-post. I'm trying to get it just for our forwards. Hopefully, this does that. After the timeout, Steve Ray, another miss. Over to Sunmu this time. Couple of bad shot attempts by him, and kind of just been wasted possessions. We haven't scored in over 2.5 minutes. It's a rare sight for this team. We saw it last episode as well. Levine hits the step back. We're down by 9 now. The defense is getting cooked. Minga's open. Yobi passed it to him way too late. Better awareness, please. Steve Ray for 3. That's contested. Him hard. Blocked by Capella. Had to have a stop right there. Now, can we get some offense out of it? Steve Ray attacks again. Hop steps and is fouled hard on a wild shot. He needs to relax, man. He's been taking some wild ones already. First free throw is up and in. Would love to have both, but those are hard to come by for this team. But we do this time. Let's go. There's screen here. Nimhard somehow got it to Bridges, but Capella blocks him off. Tough 3. Not going to fall there for Chicago. And we get it back. Last shot of the quarter coming up. Ray better pass this ball. Come on, dude. You can't be serious. Pass to your teammates. First quarter, we're down by 7. Start of the second quarter. Well, I mean, it's been just kind of a tough start on both ends. We had a good start, and now, dude, okay, hold on. Let's just pause here. I'm so tired of us fouling on these jump shots, man. It's every game with this crap. At least the first free throw is off, but like, dude, this is becoming an every game occurrence several times. Back to what I was saying. I had a good first 6 minutes offensively, then we could just kind of drop off the map, barely scored the last 6-7 minutes of the first quarter. The defense was bad throughout, just in terms of the on-ball defense. That's got to get better. We'll see if it does. Chris Murray spots up, open jumper. Here comes a high screen for Levine. He just dribbles around it, and Bridges got the bucket. This is looking like we're getting diced up right now, and not really sure why. Off the screen, Ray has a mismatch, but still attacks it, and this time actually does a good job. And one chance against Marshall. Free throw can make it a 7-point game, but it's off. Duran, though, gets to it around Miles Bridges. Don't see that very often. Off another screen. He fires over Duran, but the shot's no good for Zach Levine. But then we turn the ball over. Murray threw it right to Bridges, and then we steal it back. Jovanovic picks his pocket. Duran's doubled. That leaves Jovanovic open for the triple, and he knocks it down. Keep going to these pick and rolls. Levine finds Nimhard open, and he's got it. Nice response. Murray to Jovanovic. Another one. They love these pick and rolls with Bridges, man. Duran's on Levine. Please get a stop here. I believe you can. And he does, but they get it back. Are you serious? Come on. We deserve a stop there. Murray has to step back and pull the trigger. Off-ball movement. Levine's open. Damn, man. These threes are falling left and right for the Bulls. Dell's got it. Yobi's trying to cut back door. He doesn't. Now he's got it with 5 on the shot clock. Pick and roll. He steps into a wide open 3, but it rattles out this time. He can't make all of them. Right now, he's been our best offensive player, him and Kuminga. Avdia hands off to Bridges. Now back to Avdia. Liddell, quick trigger. That one's on the money. Nimhard. Back to Bridges. They find Avdia at the rim. Duran's there. Get a stop here. Instead, he fouls him. Again. Jesus. Just want a string of stops instead of allowing a bucket every other time down the court. They already got 44 points with 7:18 to play. Nice screen from Duran. Pass out of it. Jovanovic is freed up. Open midi. Got it. Here's a screen from Webb. Dort got around it, but then got turned around, and Levine has an open three again. He's playing pretty well, you could say, but Jovanovic has it ripped straight from him from Andrew Nimhard. And then he cuts back door, but Liddell blocks it off the backboard. Now we got time counting down. Jovanovic has to force it up, and he's got it over Zach LaVine. 16 points on. Fantastic shooting. High ball screen from Webb. LaVine fires. Finally missed a shot because he took a bad one. Let's start a run here, fellas. We got Capella and Boyd about to check back in here. Dort ends off to Jovanovic. Liddell's freed up top of the key, and he can't miss these open shots, man. He's so good at them all the time. So reliable. Levine, another quick three, and this dude is heating up from beyond the arc. No, we aren't getting enough stops to make our way back in this game. Pretty much have to keep scoring right now. Jovanovic, scoop layup. Easy feed from Dort. And right now he's cooking. Now we got Coulibaly trying to attack Chris Murray, and we fouled again. Man, what is going on here? He's played very well his last 3 games, but like this is unreal how many fouls he's drawn. First one's up and in. Boyd, Capella, and Cole Anthony are now in for the Neptunes to probably end the first half. 4.5 to go and counting. Boyd off ball. Into a layup between defenders, and he's fouled as well. The first on Dalen Webb. The free throw can cut it back to 5. It's up, and it's in. Before we even get to halftime here, I do want to make a couple of defensive adjustments overall to round out this first half, because I don't want to do it at halftime just to give us some more time. So we're going to do smother on-ball pressure on everyone. We're going to do tight off-ball pressure. I don't want to leave guys open off-ball for no reason. We're going to go over on all of these on-ball screens. And for the hedge on these, we're going to soft hedge them. Do the same thing for the on-ball screens where the center is the hedge defender. We'll see if this gives us a different look. We're going to stay attached on all and always. We're going to go over on off-ball screens. We're going to keep the switch bigs off-ball for now. We'll see if that has an actual impact. But for screen help, going to put no help. We're going to do automatic for drive help and extend pressure and cutter help. And the rest of them we'll keep, I think, as they are as well. And we'll see if this gives us anything different. Now back in the game, how does this possession go? How do we do on defense? Just for a little quick look. I mean, we got there on Levine that time. Good job, Dort. Just a good job getting over that screen. Boyd over Coulibaly. Missed it. This guy is playing some good defense on Boyd right now, man, and making his life difficult. Off-ball movement. He gets open. Boyd is there a little too late, but the shot's off. Screen from Kuminga. Anthony gets downhill, but passes back out. I feel like he could have shot the ball there. Kuminga nails a tough one. 2-point game. Double screens. Hilliard pulls up, but missed the shot. Look at that. A couple of stops in a row, and we made it a 1-score game. Funny how that works. Cole Anthony almost had a look. He's got Boyd open if he wants some. He'll pull up instead, and that shot's off. Same play for Hilliard on the other side, and this time he cans the triple. We got Boyd with the screen. We find Capella open, but he's obviously not a shooter at all. Boyd's got to start to create here on Coulibaly. Anthony nails it this time. Look at that. Mac Boyd's back in first place for MVP over Cunningham now. It said that he was in second during the dunk contest or whatever, or the All-Star game, but now he's back in first. Levine finds some room and nails it again. Come on, dude. He's been playing like 20 minutes off the bench or something. Get this guy out of here. So what play do we draw up here? It's a 3 for Anthony, and that's an open shot. It's not a bad one. Emhart almost tried to cut back door. Now he's trying to cut front door. It's not working out. They got Hilliard off ball, wide open. And they're shooting just below 60% as Capella gets a lob from Boyd. Coulibaly trying to attack again. And he just posterized Boyd. Who is this guy? Screen from Capella. Boyd's locked up by Coulibaly again. Are we going to get a shot out of here or nothing? Boyd's got to just force one up here. And he finally does it. More of that, please. What kind of a guy is this? Look at him. He's a great offensive player. He's a great defensive player. He's a good rebounder. He's a great athlete, high IQ. What the hell am I witnessing? I'm going to keep Boyd on him for now, but I'm not sure who else you could put on him. Besides Kuminga, just for guys a bit faster, but then you got the physicality to worry about. The three's off, and Chicago holds on to a 5-point lead at the break. 57-62. Are we in store for only our second home loss this season? If we look at the stats of this game, it is a neck-and-neck game. Both teams have shot 58%. We have rebounded just a bit better than them, passed a lot better, but they've shot better from 3 at 64%, 9 for 14, we were 7 for 18, and they had a lot more free throws than us too. 11 compared to our 4 that were made. So those are the difference makers right now. We're only down by 2 scores. And then we turn the ball over as I say it. Jesus Christ, what was that? Come on, man. We can't lose to Milan Mack of all coaches. Or Dalen Webb. We got to beat this team and beat Bilal Coulibaly. Give it right back after a stop initially. And Hilliard is fouled. Just, how do you let your subs do this? It gave him a free extra possession. Double team for Jovanovic. That leaves Dort wide open. Great job out of the double team. 4-point game. I mean, we passed the ball so well in the first half. 18 assists. He averaged like 27 a game, so really just nice start offensively. Off the screen, Dort back to Kuminga. Easy finger roll. Avdia attacks. And we got this. We just switched for no reason. But he still missed the shot somehow. Maybe Duran had a hand in there. I'm not really sure, but it wasn't Jovanovic forcing that miss. Screen from Kuminga. Top of the key. Just rattling out. Got Hilliard off ball between defenders for another layup. Boyd to Kuminga. Open triple. Man, I just want to nail these because if we do, we're tied or in front right now. Coulibaly gets downhill. It's swatted out of bounds by Kuminga. All right, you know what? We're going to make a change here. That showed me enough. We're going to put Kuminga on Coulibaly. Let's go to our defensive settings. On Coulibaly, I want Jonathan Kuminga. Off the inbound play, they go to Coulibaly, now to Hilliard. He's going to have to shoot or find somebody else. And he's blocked by Dort. That's what I'm talking about. 2 blocks on a 1 possession. Great job by this defense that time around. Need more of that. We're already taking our time here. And on the shot clock. Avdia comes over. He's doubled. Boyd lobs it off the backboard. Way too late for Jalen Duren. What was that? There's a mismatch with Avdia on Yobi, but they don't see it. Hilliard steps back. Oh my God. Who are these people? Boyd open up. Ball in for the easy jam over Avdia. He flexes on him too. Here is a high ball screen. Dort's got to get over this screen. And Hilliard missed it, thank Christ. He did that stop desperately. 7-point game. Got to find a bucket here. They're doubling. Kuminga's open for 3. Stop doubling or keep doing it and leave our guys open. All right, here's the true test. Screen from Webb. Kuminga gets around it. Shielding off Coulibaly from the paint. Good job. Nembhard has a wide open shot. Thank God he missed it. 5 minutes gone here in the first half. Jovanovic finds room top of the key, but is off the mark again. Got to get him going here in the second half from downtown if we want to really shoot the lights out here. Off-ball movement for Hilliard. Wide open. Well, not much of a difference so far, and we just took Kuminga out, so Chris Murray's now in. Ovi's doubled. Murray flares out for the open triple in the corner, and he finally got his first bucket of the day. But we're just hanging around right now. We're within 2 scores so far this entire quarter. Gotta just make one little run. Nembhard lost it. A steal for Mac Boyd. Turn this play into points. Ovi's open, and then he waited too long to make the pass. Boyd, come on, man. God, he was open. And then he threw it right to his defender. Now we've got Jovanovic guarding Coulibaly. Hilliard, though, just takes a step back, and right now Dort's getting cooked. High ball screen. Over the top, feed. Duren gets the tip pass. Go over Webb. He missed it. You can't be serious, dude. Off ball again for Hilliard, and it's just never ending, dude. It's never ending. Off ball screen, we're going back to automatic. We're switching. Just switch everything. I don't even care anymore. And off to Boyd, but Coulibaly strips him. Now we got Boyd back on Coulibaly. He gets stuck on the screen, and it leads to a bucket. Pick and roll. Dort finds Duren at the rim for 2. Just over 3.5 to play, and Asumu draws the foul on Anthony plus the buckets. You're still seeing the free throw disparity increase every couple of minutes. We still have not taken a single free throw since, I believe, the first quarter, maybe the early second quarter, but hasn't happened during the second half at all yet. And we have 5 total attempts. They've got 16. Off the screen from Capella. The shot from Boyd's not going to drop, and that was an open look as well. Oh, when Hilliard's freed up, we switch too late. Screen from Capella. Boyd fires again. This time it's online. But at this point, when are they going to start missing their open shots? They haven't missed them at all this game. And we have. And it's been that and the free throws. The difference makers. Isumu, thank God, missed the open shot. That's like their first miss. Deep shot for Boyd. That's a tough one. Levine can't answer back. Can we end this third quarter on a run to give us just a better chance here to go into the fourth quarter and come back? Under 2 to play. Boyd fires again, but it's off. That wasn't a good shot either. Stumu, cross-court pass. Levine's open in the corner. That's a miss, but Capella cleans it up. Being covered closely. Hands off to Koulibaly. This is going to go wrong somehow. Hilliard is blocked. Never mind. Screen from Liddell. Boyd trying to attack Koulibaly. Good defense. Boyd's got to shoot this. And he finally got it. It's a tough one on a tough defender. Now, last shot of the third quarter coming up. Got to try and defend this one well at the very least. But Anthony got caught. And he's called for a foul now, even though Capella blocked the shot. More free throws for Chicago. This is just hard to watch when we're fouling so much and not drawing anywhere close to as many on the other end. 91-81. Going to be a 10-point lead at the end of 3. And of course, Jovanovic hits the buzzer beater, but he threw it too late. Go figure. Before the quarter starts, we're back to the drawing board here. I'm going to make another change. So, on the on-ball screens where the center is not the hedge defender, let's just switch all of these. Why the heck not? Get rid of the hedge. We're going to switch all of them. For ones where the center is the hedge defender, then still go over, but now we'll do maybe a hard hedge. See if that works. Here we go, though. First play of the quarter. We've got it down by 10, 81-91. We're at home, only one home loss the entire first 28 games here in this building. Just one loss. We got him on a comeback to prevent our second. Well, here we go, another pick and roll with Bridges, and he gets behind Duren. Cole Anthony finds Murray at the rim, who jams it in all over Levine. Screen for Levine. Up shot. Murray was there. Gonna feed Duren. Double team coming from Bridges. He finds Kuminga, but Bridges gets there. Duren cleans it up and stuffs it on Marshall. It's back to a 5-point game. They're going small ball right now out there, so we need Duren to attack this left and right. Now he's getting attacked backdoor again from Miles Bridges. All right, though. Anthony, beautiful spin move. How do you miss that layup? At least Murray gets the offensive rebound. But like, out of that spin move, you gotta hit that layup, man. Time counting down. Kuminga, another contested 3, which he splashes. Only a 4-point game now, but you've got even more free throws coming up, and those numbers on your screen right there towards the bottom on the scoreboard are not accurate whatsoever. They have way more attempts than 13 now. Anthony, wide open jumper on the money, thanks to the screen from Liddell. All right, so Webb's back in there now. Capella's in for us. Levine takes another tough shot. Had a hand up in there from Steve Ray. Murray gets inside. Bucket and foul. It's a huge play. It goes against Andrew Nembhard. Their first foul since like the second quarter, dude. In terms of free throw attempts. And Murray knocks it down. At least we have not missed more than one free throw out of our lack of them. 1-point game. We're back in this. They got Levine off ball, though. Anthony got caught trying to switch. High screen for Boyd into a jumper. Open look, no, but Capella cleans it up for the jam. That's what you get against Dalen Webb with a much more athletic center. Got Levine off ball again. Ray catches up. Screen for Bridges. We're supposed to switch those. At least he missed the shot, but how does Bridges grab the board? You've got Capella and Boyd there. Just when you think we're going to have a stop and have a chance to tie it up for the first time since the first quarter, we failed to do so. It's killing me, man. Boyd, though, at the rim, over Nembhard. Easy 2. It's a pseudo screen. Good on-ball defense there from Boyd and a bad shot from Marshall. Here we go. We're down by 2. We can tie it up or take the lead on this possession. Let's take a smart shot. Murray. It's not a bad one. Now Levine's trying to cross. Ray's there with him. Webb comes over. Ray gets around it. And Levine still scores. Well, Anthony gets aggressive and hits again. Couple of nice plays by him here in the fourth quarter. Just over 6 to go, though, and it's anybody's game, but we still have not climbed in front since the first quarter. They've been in front since then. Imhard is tired out there. Here comes Webb for a screen. Never mind, it's a shot. That's not going to fall ever in the face of Capella. And after a timeout, under 6 to play, Kuminga back in for the Neptunes, as is Jalen Duren. Yovi's still taking a seat right now. Another chance for us to tie or take the lead, and Boyd is going to tie it up. 104 apiece. He's got 21 now after a slow first half. He's been much better here in the second. Now it's anybody's game. Pretty much a 5-minute game of basketball here. As that shot's no good from Levine, who's going to be in here, I guess, for a little bit of crunch time. Wait, no, that was Denny Avdia. Never mind. Sorry, the 2 white guys on their team got me confused. Here's a high screen from Kuminga. Anthony back to him. Open jumper. It states, oh, that would have given us our first lead in quite a while. Imhard gets down low, but has to kick it back out. Koulibaly back to Avdia. Uncontested triple. Thank God he missed. Lucky break for us. Dort finds Boyd up ahead. There's your first lead since the first. Huge play, and a comeback's on the way for the Neptunes. But now we got to hold strong here these last 4.5 minutes. Hilliard blocked by Duren. Great help defense. Boyd trying to lead a fast break. Anthony lobs in for the reverse to 360. Are you serious? All of a sudden, we have turned on the Jets offensively. We've already scored 27 points here in the quarter, and Boyd makes it 29. And the Bulls have not scored in over 3 straight minutes. Nembhard lobs it for Dalen Webb. You don't see him get up like that very often, do you? Who do we go to now? Boyd cuts. Baseline, nice fake out. Easy 2 again. He's taken over. I think the defensive changes here in the fourth quarter have worked better than all the other ones. Regardless of how the game ends, it's doing a good job right now as Nembhard misses another tough shot. Uh-oh, they left Kuminga wide open. That might be the dagger. Duren gets the assist. 9-point game all of a sudden. This crowd is alive and on their feet. They're cheering for the defense. Koulibaly hits the open triple, though. Has done hardly anything here in the second half after a 20-point first half. I think having Kuminga on him has been a big difference. DJ finally checks in now after a timeout by the Neptunes. Under 2 to play. He's open for 3. Immediate offense. Immediate answer. Got a bit ahead of myself calling the Kuminga 3 a dagger. This much time left. And this good of a 3-point shooting team. Nembhard answers right back again. We're trading threes here in the later stages. High screen. Jovanovic with Kuminga. Doesn't go anywhere. They play some good defense. Kuminga is guarded by Avdia. Boyd's got it now. Gotta find a shot. They left Dort wide open for 3. And he answers right back as well. What is that? 5 or 6 straight threes by both teams? Like back to back to back to back to back. Webb finds Hilliard, and Dort gets the stop. All right, I got a fingertip on that one. 60 seconds left and a 9-point lead for your Neptunes. A better offensive half and a better defensive half to boot. Boyd on the move, hits it. That's got to be the game. Time runs out for Chicago, and what a comeback win this was here at home. We still only have the one loss. I have never seen us play this well in a fourth quarter, maybe ever. One of our best single quarter performances ever. Fantastic job to come back down by 10 and win by 9. 123-114, your final score. Look at that fourth quarter, man. 42-23. That's incredible. Our best defensive quarter, our best offensive quarter of the game when it mattered most. That is why those badges for your head coach matter. The home stretches matter. They've been so crucial to our record and just how good we are right now. 31-5-10 for Boyd after an 8 or 6 point first half. Jovanovic was very good in the first half and kind of sat back in the second half, but still played very well overall. 9 for 13. Didn't even shoot that poorly in the second half. Just hardly shot the ball at all. 7 assists as well. Kuminga was great. 21 points. Played some good defense. Anthony was good off the bench. I thought Jalen Duren could have scored a lot better given the mismatches that he had all day long, but I guess he was trying to go easy on his old teammate, Dalen Webb. Clinton Hilliard ends up going for 30. More than Koulibaly. Shocking. Koulibaly had 25, 20 of which came in the first half. 23 for Levine off the bench. And Dalen Webb, 4 and 5. 2 for 3 from the field. Definitely his worst game as a player for Chicago in his first 4 games or 5 games with them. But we win again. And now we have won 7 straight games. 28-1 at home. And that is the episode, folks. Next time around, we're going to face the Spurs. Probably in our home game up here to get through another chunk of the season. And then we'll wrap up after that, probably against either the Grizzlies or the Thunder. The Thunder would be on the road, and they're not very good. But the Grizzlies are good, and that would be at home. So either one could be a good game to watch because we're not the best on the road, and we're great at home, but who knows? We're going to watch the Spurs game next time around, and we'll sim through these games as well to start that episode. But that's it. Please like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on the second trade this season and on the game that we just watched. Thanks for watching as well, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.